Hello, Shabbat Shalom, Chodesh Tov to my dear congregants and friends at Shift Day. I want to share with you a special message this Shabbat. Also something special for Chodesh Iyar, a month of challenge, but also a month of great celebration for the Jewish people. This Shabbat, we're going to read a double Parshat Tazria-Metzora, which primarily discusses the case of a leper, a person who contracts the spiritual malady. They have to go to the Kohen. They have to be put aside in bidud. They're sent out of the camp. They're tamei. It's a very challenging, shameful experience in which a person is a mitzorah. Now, in practice, we know about a number of cases of tzarat in the Torah. Perhaps the most famous example is Miriam Haniviyah. After she speaks lashon hara about Moshe Rabbeinu, we're told that she contracts tzarat for 7 days, and it's really fascinating what happens at that moment, because Miriam is cut off from the rest of the camp. Vatisager Miriam michutz lamachane shivat yamim. And how did the people respond? How did Am Yisrael react? Did they continue traveling along to Eretz Yisrael? And the answer is no. What does it say? Ve'ha'am lo nasa. The Jewish people on their own volition, the Or HaChaim suggests, stopped and waited for Miriam to improve, to come back to her healthy state before leaving that place. They didn't want to leave her alone. They didn't want her to feel alone, and therefore they went and helped her. What a beautiful story of the Jewish people and the recognition for Miriam and the state that she was in. This really teaches us about how we need to reach out, how we need to imagine what it must be to be lonely, to be separated from others, to not be able to come to shul, and not be able to see friends and family. We have to walk into that space and do everything that we can within the health regulations to reach out to people and to connect with them, even of moments of challenge and loneliness, just like the Jewish people do for Miriam. And I want to share with you an amazing story that I heard in the name of Rabbi Pesach Kron. Here's a story of a woman, a 90-year-old woman who was sitting Shiva alone in Washington Heights in New York. Why was she alone? Her husband passed away. He didn't have any siblings. He was the youngest of his siblings. They had all passed away. She was sitting alone as an almanah at 90 years old. A number of women are sitting there in the Shiva house. In steps a new couple. She starts chatting with them. They're from Borough Park. They're talking. After a while, she says, who are you? They tell her their names. She says, well, did you know my husband? No, we didn't know your husband. And she says, well, I don't know you. You didn't know my husband. What are you doing here? And they said that they check the Jewish newspapers every single Shabbat to see people who are sitting Shiva alone, and they go specifically to go visit those people. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to learn from this experience, to reach out to those who are alone. Let's try to do that this Shabbat. Give someone a call. Send a message. Motzei Shabbat. Reach out to people who you think might appreciate a phone call at this point in time. Wishing you an amazing Shabbat. Chodesh Tov. Shabbat Shalom.